Hello, Flosstube. It's Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher, from Instagram and Flosstube. So, it's, let's see, it's Wednesday, and it's a little over 2 weeks since, since my last Flosstube, and since Chris at Chris Cross Stitch gave me the most amazing shout out. Like, I was just like so so like surprised, honestly, and super happy and like super grateful. I had like 120 subscribers, I think, before he gave me the shout out. And then, like all of you lovely people, came to see me right after he gave me the shout out, and it was like almost double in just a few days. So now, and I've gotten some lovely, wonderful shout outs from some of my friends from the Coven and from Instagram and from Flosstube. So I'm just like so grateful and just surprised. And anyway, so let's see. So Stitch Lanka, Stitch, yeah, I think it's Stitchy Lanka. She's on Instagram and Flosstube. She gave me like the coolest shout out, and like I love her. She's pretty new to Flosstube also, and she really should have a lot more subscribers than she does. And so I've been kind of like surprised that she doesn't have more, and she's so anyway, she has like great humor, and I love the pieces that she picks out. Like she has like this piece of like Miss Minutes and Loki and Mobius from the Loki TV show on Disney Plus, and it is so fun and like funny, and it's cute. And anyway, so, and I love her pieces, like the one she's doing in honor of her mother passing. Like that's a really good one, with like symbolism there. And if you watch her videos, then you'll see what she's what she's doing, and what these things mean to her that she's doing, like for friends and things like that. So anyway, yeah, Stitchy Lanka, and I'll put links to everybody's channel, and yeah, so you guys can go check them out. And then Mad Morty, she gave me the sweetest shout out too. Her channel's pretty big. I mean, a lot bigger than mine. And she and her husband David are so adorable. I love their banter, and like how he adds to things that she says. And it's really cool to see their dynamic, and how he supports her, and he actually stitches too with her, and just love that. And let's see, and then cross stitch bunny, Lauren, she's amazing. She gave me a shout out. Chloe from Cross Stitch Penguin, she gave me a shout out and said maybe someday she'd like to meet me, because she's in the UK, and oh my gosh, I would love to go to the UK so much. So to me, that would be like a dream come true. So I'm pretty overwhelmed, honestly, with like all these amazing people that I'm meeting. So and then the Stitching Penguin, Ashley, she's gave me a shout out, and she was so sweet. And like she and her husband are like really cute and really funny, and congrats to them for their new bun in the oven. So that's awesome. And let's see, am I forgetting anybody? Okay, and then Stitchy Cat Lady Joe, Stitchy Cat Lady 26 is Joe, and she does, I've talked about her before, but her last video, she showed a bunch of her dragon FFOs. Oh my goodness. There's one where a dragon is like wrapped around a castle that just like just blew my mind. Like I was just like, because I mean that's a lot of work, and she's got great taste. And then Four Seasons dragons also that she showed are just beautiful. So love her taste, and she's a pretty great person to boot. So I mean, that's always like a bonus, right? When someone is, you know, they have great taste, they're artistic, they're talented, crafty, and then they, you know, they're a cool person. So yeah, and then I wanted to show you guys my my FFOs, one new and a few old, the Christmas stockings and the old ones, and then some ornaments. And also I wanted to give you a tour of my sewing room and show you guys some haul, and also a finish, and oh my goodness, what am I talking about? A whip. I don't have a finish, I don't think. Yeah, I don't have a finish. Okay, so 2 whips, and yeah, okay. So let's see, let's get to it. Let's see, so let's show you the FFO of Goodnight Kitty, one of the Goodnight Kitties. So this is the one that, oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go back far enough. So that is the one that I'm gonna finally give to my niece, and I want to show you this, you know, on camera before I ship it off to her. So, and then there's the back. So yeah, I love this fabric. That was actually the back of my quilt, my husband's and my sew stitch quilt. So, but I had a lot left to be able to use for my niece's pillow. So just little polka dots on the edges there, and kind of matches her little polka dot little bandana hair tie thing that she's got. So just kind of like a watercolor looking frame, inner frame, that really matches well that color on the hair tie. And then just a yellow print that matches her dress very well. And then the pink I thought was enough. The pink even weave to match her cheeks and her blanket. A little blankie with the hearts on it. So there was that. And then let's see, and then I can show you, I'll just kind of stick with more current stuff first. So I'll show you where I'm at with the Spirits of the Dead. So by Modern Folk Embroidery. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And then this is where I'm at. I was going to take it out of the Q-snap, but I just kind of wing it, I guess. So that's where I'm at. And I actually have made like a couple mistakes that I made. I'm probably going to correct like 1 or 2 of them, and then just kind of leave a little bit of, it's like 1 alignment stitch off. And so I opened it up. I opened the inside of this up by 1 stitch each on both sides. So I know it sounds confusing, and I was kind of confused, which was surprising because I was like, this is going to be easy, but it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, which is totally fine. So anyway, that Leo and Roxy chalkboard floss is so cool, right? Like it's just slightly variegated. So yeah, I'm loving that, the Leo and Roxy chalkboard floss. And it is thicker than DMC, and so that's interesting. That's been like an interesting adjustment for me. But I've liked it. I've enjoyed that, not to have to load up the needle so much with so many different strands. So okay, and then I'm going to grab my other whip. I don't know if I showed you guys this last time. I can't remember things. I'm sorry. So that's the cross stitchers verse that I am at the SAL that I'm working on with Chloe and Ashley. So the cross stitch penguin and the stitching penguin. So yeah, it's at the part where it says, we sometimes wish our guests would go. So a little hostile, but that's okay. I think it's just it's totally true. I love it so much, and it's not hostile. It's just that we love our craft, and it gives us peace, and it makes us happy. So that's, oops. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That's upside down. Okay, so it's been a weird day. So yeah, that's the cross stitchers verse, and then I think we've all taken this top part out, like with the skeins and the thread and the pin cushion and all that stuff. And I'm gonna take the skeins out of the bottom. I believe Ashley and Chloe are also, but I definitely keep the hearts on the inside and all that. So yeah, and I'm also using the Leo and Roxy floss on that, so it looks really cool on that Rolanda fabric as well. So okay, oh, and I'm not gonna put that there. Let's see. So I was gonna get all my, oh, just okay. So I had to get some of the happy Stitchy mail. Well, I got Stitchy kindness, let's just say. So it was from my friend Kuri Maw, and I just have to show because it is so adorable, and I just love it. So this little cat kind of storage box that I've set up in my my shelving for sewing. So, and then this little kit, like sewing kit, came inside with these scissors, and I mean, they're so beautiful. I don't know if I even want to use them, you know. Do you ever feel like that? Something's just so beautiful, you don't want to ruin it. So yeah, they're just beautiful. And then a thimble. So yeah, oh, I'm shaking. There we go. That's good. There. Okay, and then a little needle holder. I can, oh, there we go. Yeah, so beautiful set. And okay, the soda chart. She's so sweet. Like, she'll go, okay, which soda charts do you have? Like, she's like, do you have these? And she'll show me these pictures because she's amazing at finding stuff that's out of print. And so she'll grab stuff that's out of print for me that I don't have yet, that you know, that she can tell is my taste out of the soda. Yeah. So, and there's this. Yeah, so she sent this to me kind of during Halloween. We sent each other little Halloween goodies. So yeah, she probably, oh, she sent me one more thing. Okay, so it's the Crazy Cat Lady, Crazy Cat Lady project bag. So it's really funny. Welcome to Catsville. And there's just, I don't know, it's just super cute. Like, all these little silly things that are just so cat-like. Yeah, yoga cats. My cats do yoga with me. They go under me when I'm doing like down dog and stuff. They just go, and then when you're like about to kick your leg out to do one of the warrior poses, they're like, ah, and run away. So, okay. So that was my Stitchy kindness. And I'll show you my haul, my stash enhancements, as I say sometimes, and someone else said before me. Okay, so I got these Bothy thread kits, and I wanted this for so long, and ever since I saw it on Instagram. But yeah, the kings and queens of England, and I'm sure with tons of people, obviously, just how it works exponentially. Some of a couple of these people, a couple of the kings I found on my ancestry, and so I mean, I don't know, like I'm not from England, you know, so it's been like I don't know 200 years since the last person in my family was you know, had come over from England. So, but anyway, in my ancestry, there's, I think it's like Henry. No one cares about that, but I think it's like Henry the II maybe, and I don't know, maybe one of the Williams. Anyway, so yeah, I just love the history though. Like, and I think of like the Shakespearean historical plays as well when I look at these, and they're just amazing. I love the details, like all the kind of things that these you know, royals were known for, and you know, it's just good stuff, and it's creative. It kind of reminds me of like Schoolhouse Rock or something, like just the style. And it kind of makes like, it seems like it's supposed to like make learning fun or make history fun. And yeah, I love that, mixing kind of those concepts, because like I guess some people maybe like in school, like history might be considered kind of boring, so I like to make it like, you know, more fun. I like that idea, because really people are you know, the things you learn about people in history, like actually people are like kind of just strange, you know, like stranger than if you read like a fictional novel even sometimes. So anyway, so then the William Shakespeare Bothy kit, less characters and things, less stitching, but just like really cute, really fun. And you know, there could be, I wish there were more plays on here, honestly, but that's okay. I love it anyways. Like I love, you know, what's on there. So yeah, anyway, Bothy threads. Yeah, my first Bothy threads kits. And then, oh, I didn't get it out, but I got this Pole Stitches. Finally, I got the fabric in the mail. I got it for my Bella Filipina Luna Mystica, I think her name is. Yeah, I think probably you guys know who that is. Maybe I'll just go get it. Okay, so there's the Luna Mystica that this fabric is supposed to go with. I think it's going to go really well. So, yeah, I just think that's going to be beautiful. I was trying to get to the stitch along that Alexis, My Amazing World, that she was doing, and that fabric didn't come in time at all, I think, to just be, you know, be along with them. Okay. And then, let's see, then I should probably show you my sewing room, because I did promise you guys a tour, so probably right about now. Okay, so here's the sewing room, and that's my needle minder board. So lots of Gina's Unique Boutique and Effley needle minders, and some Agnes, and Clay by Kim. So yeah, a lot of those. And then this is my cross stitch, mainly my cross stitch shelving. So I'll tell you what's in there. So the top bin is a lot of finishes, and just that I haven't decided what to do with or haven't gotten to. Mostly that I haven't either completed a set or haven't gone to yet, but sticky boards in there too, so the bin is for kind of longer flat stuff. And then that shelf is patterns, cross stitch magazines, and you know, charts that you know, like hard copy charts, not PDFs. And then this shelf is just a DMC bag with cross stitch supplies like needles and rings for bobbinating and things like that. And then the binder with strawberry shortcake on there has like the plastic sleeves with bows in them with extra floss, DMC floss, and then the Creep It Real is where I have an overflow of lots of different colors that I normally end up needing, like white, 310 black, like flesh color, like 948, 954, or 754, you know, things like that. And then that shelf is my cross stitch books, and the 3 white binders are PDFs that I've printed out, and then the black binder is a lot of the just a record of a lot of cross stitches that I've made. And then that was my planning notebook as well, but I've switched those what I've made and then planning into 2 different book. So the dream, plan, do, that's obviously for the planning, and then the other one that I've done that would document what I've done. I'm working on that, converting and putting kind of like, yeah, putting them into you know, things I've done into a different book, but I don't have it with me. So anyway, then this one is beading and future needle minders in the little green tin, which my friend Kuri Maw gave to me. The green tin. She gets the cutest, like, and the Creep It Real also. That one she's also given to me. Yeah, she gives the cutest little containers that I end up using for storage. Anyway, so that's my fabric basket, and then my project bag, and future projects that I've kitted up and things like that down there. And then that one is more like the drawer on the bottom there is kind of just like regular, like Ada and you know, just cream colors, white colors, maybe just kind of natural browns, things like that, beiges. And then that bin is all kits. They're just bulky, so I wanted to store them separately. And then here's my sewing table, as you guys have probably seen if you've seen Instagram. So yeah, my sewing machine, and I'm planning on making a couple masks for this lady that works at Walmart. She loves Nightmare Before Christmas, and I promised her I'd make her a couple free masks, so I've been slacking on that. Anyway, so there's well, where this spot on the wall, I actually do want to put some framed work there, but right now the Soda Stitch pillows are just resting there. And then Allie from Allie's Craft Nook made this A for me, ASLA, and it's so gorgeous, and I haven't, you know, perfected how I've hung it up yet, but I just had to have it displayed and look at it. And up there is a bunch of overflow cross stitch magazines that you know, I just love and I've been collecting. So and then this little plaque says "Enter as strangers, leave if you can," which is something I would put up at Halloween, but I love the way it looks, so I'm just leaving it there for now. And then those bins are just kind of those little boxes or whatever. They are like finishing items, so, you know, just like buttons and different embellishments, things like that that would go on different finishes. So I just, you know, they're kind of random, so I just kind of put them in different boxes. And I love the boxes. So, and then up there is my some of my Soda Stitch pillow finishes. I used to have them in my room, but I wanted to kind of give them some more space in here, so I like them up there. And then that empty wall, we've done touch-up paint. And it doesn't match, so we have to go match it better, but I'll put something there, like a framed piece, I think. So yeah, so yeah, sewing machine, obviously. And then here is more like my sewing shelf, my sewing shelving, and up there is a lot of the Christmas fabric. And then I've got, you know, spools and bobbins hanging on the side here on this little, on the slats on the sides of the shelving. Yeah, just got those little, you know, wooden dowel setup pieces from Amazon, actually. So yeah, a lot of these are just like the character and license fabrics that I use for masks. So I have a lot of these fabrics because of all the masks I made during the, you know, last year and a half. And yeah, these are some of those. And I made like 1,400 masks and collected a lot of fabric through that. So yeah, sewing box, and then, you know, just more fabric. And this kind of more like fat pieces of fabric that have like bigger, you know, a lot more of it compared to the ones on the bottom. The bottom two bins there, those are just a lot of you know, more like swatches, like small swatches. A lot of that stuff that I got from the Wish app, as I've talked to you guys about before. And then the bottom there is just like a lot of scraps. So, yeah, so these shelving, or this whole shelving setup that we got is all from Lowe's. And we actually had to order them and wait like several weeks for each of them because of just how the shipping has been delayed in the last few months, so, or a couple months. So it's been like kind of interesting having to wait, but it looks great and it was worth it. So that's cool. And then my husband and one of my sons ended up getting me these. They're metal, like posters, pictures, prints, I guess, at a pawn shop, like a local pawn shop. So it was really amazing. They found Thor and Wonder Woman. I was so excited. So two of my favorite characters in the world from comic books. And yeah, my husband set up the shelf for, I mean, my husband set up all this stuff. So I mean, I'm so glad that he did this for me. So super grateful. I don't mention that enough, I'm sure, like, but I think of like all of us kind of have people who support us that make what we do possible with a lot of us, you know, not everybody, but anyway, I probably talk about that later a little bit more. But he mounted this ironing board under the table, and it is so amazing. I had a little ironing board that I would sit on top of the table before, and so I wanted to show you guys kind of how this works. So you pull this out, and then you pull the, sorry, I normally use two hands. Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. Sorry. You didn't get to see that. Okay, so you pull it out like that, and then it turns around, and that's pretty amazing, especially, yeah, considering what I had before, you know, which worked, but it wasn't really nice, and it took up a lot of room on the tabletop. So now it doesn't. So now it just turns, and yeah, and if, let's see, I think yeah, so it kind of goes in the 180 degrees. Yeah, so then you fold it, and yeah, and you push it in. Oop, and you just push that in. Yeah, that's a lot easier with two hands, but it's still pretty amazing that it's like out of the way and it's mounted under there. Anyway, and I think that's it for the tour. Okay, so here's my bobbins, and they've got the Care Bear stickers on top just because, you know, I've always loved Care Bears, and I worked at Hot Topic like a long time ago before I got married and stuff. For a brief time, I wore too many pastels probably for them. They're like, huh, you bought that? Because I could buy stuff from their store, and I would just buy the pastels. They go on clearance, and I'm like, okay, because all the employees just dress in black. Anyway, but they sold us stuff, so I was, you know, within the standards. So yeah, I bought stuff like this there and really didn't have anything to do with it. So I'm like, I'll just put them on top of my cross-stitch stuff. So that'd be perfect. Anyway, so cute stuff. Okay, and there we go. Really cute Care Bear cousins. So, all right. Let's see. So, like, all right, and then I will show you my whip that I've been working on. My Christmas stocking that I talked to you guys about, kind of, I think in the first, oh my goodness, that white, it makes it so hard to like come up clear on the video. Well, it's just like the white doesn't look very good in pictures either, so I don't know, it kind of makes it more like gray. I mean, I have my natural light on there and everything too, and it still kind of just has a weird, just looks weird. Anyway, so there it is. So it's the Sleepy Mouse by Joan Elliott stocking kit that I'm doing for my great nephew. Yeah, so yeah, and then my little needle minder that I just got is so cute. It's that little cookie tin. I don't remember who had that last. Oh, like the sun's going down. It's so dim. Ugh. Okay, sorry. Like, I don't know if it's the white or what, but it just seems like it does not record well at all. So, okay, now to my stockings, my family stockings. I've been telling you forever I was going to show you. So here's mine. Not the first stocking that I did. I think my first stocking was my little brother's. I think it's called Christmas Cuddles. I think that's what his was called. It was the one with the Santa and all the little teddy bears around Santa in my last video. Yeah, so I changed the hair color to brown and the eye color to brown to match me. I did this when I was 17, I think. But yeah, so there you have it. And then there's the velvet that you know, my mom wanted to do these in, that, you know, turned out being like really pretty, and I loved her idea, and so I just, you know, kept doing it. So, and then the inside is like a ivory satin. And so yeah, just try to be careful with them, I guess, during Christmas, but you know, and just put them away right after. So I don't know, I love it. I think it's adorable. I might make myself have my window open because it was really hot in here. It's like the coolest room in the house until I started filming Flosstube. So, and then this is my husband's, and I actually, okay, so this was the Stockings Were Hung book. Also, I did almost like every stocking in that book. I think I loved it so much. So put this on a color Aida. It's kind of like a gray blue. Yeah, so I love how his name turned out. I got that from, I think, a different Christmas book, but I love that fancy font. They didn't have a name up here originally for this pattern. Yeah, so it's like a little boy and probably his little sister, maybe a little friend. They're building a snowman together. Yeah, so I made a lot of mistakes on that snowman, I think, and you can't really tell it's a snowman. It's just a bunch of snow. Blobs of white and gray, and I just worked it out, and it actually made it a little wider, which is good because my husband did not like how small his stocking was compared to mine, and that wasn't done on purpose. I just didn't make adjustments to make his the same size as mine in the beginning. You know, I was still kind of not trying to match the sizes and the way the toe directions go exactly at that point. So, and then, so he has like a light gray velvet. It sort of looks a little reddish. I don't know, kind of aged that way. And then a gray satin, kind of like a brush satin on the inside, I think. Is that a thing? Brush satin? I think it is. Anyway, so you see the toes go in a different direction. See? Yeah, he wasn't like super happy about that. So anyway, but now he doesn't care. He says he just doesn't care. Like, it's not a big deal to him. He got over it. So yeah, anyway, I love his. His is so whimsical and sweet and classic. And I imagined when I picked this out for him, and I think, you know, when he picked it out as well, when he agreed on it, I kind of thought he has a sister and they, you know, played together a lot. They were super close in age when they were growing up. So I think that's kind of reminds him of like the good times with his sister. So that's like a tender piece. And then this is our son's, Gabriel's, and call him Gabe. So it's oh my goodness, it's been Cooler Studios again. This might be a Linda Gillum, and it's another book. I think I've only done this one from that book, and it's really a pretty cool book. I was just pretty much almost all done with all the stockings. So this is a micro velvet. Oh my gosh, it's the softest thing, as I've told you guys before, but it is just like butter. Yeah. So yeah, just amazing. And I started doing this thing when I was sewing them where I would put the satin on the inside of the loop and make the loop thicker, because I just thought it looked cooler and kind of just like kind of a little more chunky, a little more something to it. And I like that, you know, it's cool for kids, you know, just have a little more substance to it. And then a gray satin on the inside. So, and it's his is a little bigger than mine also. And, you know, obviously my husband's, but yeah, I love that font. Oh my gosh, it's such a gorgeous font. Okay. And then, I also replaced, it said something about, and there were something like that, 2x2, God said 2x2 or something, I don't know. Anyway, it's something, you know, that's relating to Noah's Ark. And, I just replaced it with a scripture that was longer that I like better, just about like protecting children, and it's, yeah, anyway, special to me and to my family. So anyway, I think I changed some things on this as well. I changed a lot of stuff, I guess, but just minor alterations, like not a big deal. If they're major, then my husband helps me on the cross stitch programs. So this one is, I can't remember it was a kit. I can't remember the company name or the designer name, so I am sorry. But this one is for my youngest, our youngest, Ammon. And yeah, it's adorable. I love it with the penguin in there and the polar bears. Oh, the presents and the colors. It's a light blue Ada, you know, 14 count, and I love that name. I'm sorry, it's like the reverse, but anyway. And then this micro velvet, I hadn't done a stocking in a really long time, so I really messed up on the piping where it's like kind of furled or kind of ruffled like that, but like I didn't use the right sewing foot. Yeah, so anyway, it's fine though. I'll probably just make him another one day. So there's the yellow satin I picked for that. It was kind of a little bit of a cheaper satin, so it kind of frayed easily. And this was kind of a tough one for me to sew up. And then I do an iron on the back of these, and you know, on the back of the Ada or the even weave. And the iron on this time, there's a lot of French knots on here, and I didn't know how to like anchor the French knots all by themselves without just like basically going from French knot to French knot, you know, yeah. And so it just kind of ended up looking like sort of how like constellations are connected to make that, you know, like a shape of a person or whatever. That's kind of what this looks like to me. It's like very kind of angular, like wrinkled looking, and that's because of those French knots that have the iron on like sucked onto the fabric right over where the floss is traveling on the back. So it's just like kind of embarrassing, but I just freaking love this design, so I don't want to get rid of it. You know, I don't want to just take it down and redo another stocking right away. I want to look at it. It's, you know, beautiful the way it is, but it's not, you know, it's not perfect, you know. Not that all of them are perfect or anything, but this is even less perfect than I was hoping for. So yeah, there's the back. I don't know what that is. Probably candy from last Christmas or something that's in there. So yeah, anyway, so that's beautiful. That micro velvet, that blue, oh, so soft. I love it. Anyway, so and this is what we had for Ammon before I actually finished his stocking. I had done that, and then just like on a huge one of those felts kind of things, which are cool too. Yeah, so then I will show you some of the ornaments I've done since I got the Christmas stuff out to show. Okay, so this is well, actually I'll just show you my first ornament for wasn't the first one I've done, but this is the one I did for myself. First one out of the family before my whole family got started. So yeah, I did that, and that's kind of, anyway, that's how I finished some of them, is just this gaudy gold on the back, and just to kind of make it look a little more full and have a little more substance on the tree. So, and then like the cording along the outside. And I did glue this, and I mounted it on like sticky board. Yeah, that's how I did them. Changed the hair color, obviously. And I don't really like how my husband's turned out. I hate to say this, like, this is a time where we were kind of poor that I made this, and so it turned out kind of like, I mean, like, yeah, we were just getting started, you know, with our marriage and everything like that. And so, like, a lot of people are just kind of poor that way, you know, you get it. Anyway, so I put like cotton balls back here. So I don't know, it's just kind of funny, but I almost like want to keep, I want to keep it that way because it's like a marker of kind of where we were at back then, which is, you know, a sweet time. So anyway, sorry about my Frankenstein nail polish, but yeah, so that was for my husband. Changed the hair color to match his. And then this is our oldest son's. So cute little cat. And I love it. I don't know what I've changed on this from the pattern, but whatever. I mean, I've done the pattern so many times. It's like, I just want something different, want people to have something individual. So, and then my youngest sons, and my husband helped design a train for him to hold instead of the candlestick. And then obviously the cat is a different color, so it's a tuxedo, like our tuxedo cat. So yeah, we've done one where we've made it a dog. So that was fun. Anyway, and that's the back of that one. And I love that green cording. So yeah, I don't know. It's like, probably get it closer. And he has blue eyes, so I changed to blue eyes. And I brought a picture for you guys to see. One that my husband helped me alter for a relative, of like glue on my fingers when I'm holding it on the picture. A picture within a picture. Anyway, but yeah, he's holding this like ABC book. Yeah, just wanted it because he has several siblings and they had their own, like, I've had repeats of the one that was holding, let's see, the teddy bear. And I didn't want to repeat that in his family too many times. So we opted to make this book for him instead, which I love it. It's turned out really cool. Okay, and then, and I'll show you a couple more ornaments that I've done that are not Ruth Moorhead. So this one I told you guys, I think on the first Flosstube that I did a Good Luck Bear ornament from that Care Bear Christmas book. So that's how it turned out. Yeah, so I thought it turned out cool, except for, I mean, it's lumpy. Like, it's kind of just lumpy because it's a circle, and I just did not do like circles great sewing. So whatever, it's fine. I loved it. I mean, it's just plushy, and that's pretty much what I care about. So oh, there we go. I do care about symmetry, but you know, I was just trying something new. So, and then there's the what is her name? Cheer Bear. There's the Cheer Bear ornament. I think I did this for a like a company party, and it was like my Secret Santa gift, and I think the girl appreciated it. So she was just kind of like, oh, cute, you know. So I hope people that I kind of surprise with stuff like that aren't too like, okay. Anyways, and then that's the Thor ornament that I had done for a friend, and so I'm gonna make myself my own Thor, but I love that one that I did for her Christmas tree. And then the back of that Thor one, and I have shown this on Instagram, but just in case you're just now joining me, I'm just kind of showing things that maybe you haven't seen before. So, and there's my Gambit one, and I also gave that to that same friend. We're just kind of huge Marvel fans. So, and I'll show you like my advent calendar that I've done. I'll show you that later. And let's see. And so, yeah, I think I've done everything. So I wanted to do like, a lot of people I've noticed like have someone who's like supporting them while they're doing their, you know, they do their stitching. And, you know, I guess like maybe this is like egocentric, but I kind of like imagine like some of them probably really like, you know, think like the stitching is, you know, cool, and that's one reason like they're supportive. But I bet you sometimes they just love us, and that's why they're supportive. But anyway, my husband loves that I stitch, and I mean he like teased me about it too, like especially in the beginning, kind of like you kind of act like an old lady sometimes, you know, like it just like kind of teasing me about being an old lady like already, like, so I'm like, oh, okay, like that's funny. Like, I didn't really care, I thought it was funny. Anyway, so I wanted to like, I used to live in Las Vegas, and so really loved, well, I still do love Frank Sinatra music, and one reason I love Tom Jones, and you know, because being introduced to them in Vegas, like I used to work at a music store. Like when I first got to Vegas, I had a a manager, you know, at Sam Goody. He hired me just like basically off the street, and you know, just right when I got there. And he was in the military before that, and just kind of like a tough guy, I guess, harsh, a little harsh, like blunt or whatever. And anyway, so you know, we get like the promo mail, and you know, with the free CDs and stuff, they wanted us to like play in the store so people would buy it and to promote it, you know. And so we got this box, and we got a Tom Jones, Best of Tom Jones CD, and he's like, so, you know, Tom Jones, right? Like, this is cool, Best of Tom Jones. And I'm like, who's Tom Jones, you know? And he's like, are you serious? Like, okay, stop everything. So he like, you know, took the current CD out of the player and put Tom Jones in and played the album all the way through. And I was just like, this is amazing. I love Tom Jones. Anyway, so not about Tom Jones, but Frank Sinatra. So I just kind of wanted to dedicate the song to cross stitchers, and you know, kind of maybe through the lens of like the people who support us, and also just from me. Okay, Frank's song. Oh, my voice is already bad again. Hold on. Okay. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you stitched tonight. Yes, you're Stitchy, with your slippers so warm and your fabric so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you just the way you stitched tonight. Okay, so that's all for this week, and probably for the next 2 or 3 weeks, as my pattern is. And thank you so much for subscribing, for commenting, for liking, for tuning in. I'm really loving this, like seeing, you know, your comments, and subscribing when you guys have content, and getting to know new people. And you know, you guys are all just awesome. And oh, and I forgot one more thing. Stitching Moon, Megan, she won the giveaway. Forgot about that. Oh my gosh. So Megan, congratulations. Follow Megan on Instagram if you are not already following her, and on Flosstube. She is amazing. And yeah, so I will see you guys soon. So happy stitching and happy vibes.